Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're going to be talking about why is it so hard to get into real estate. At least that's the perceived vision for a lot of people, that it's really hard to get into real estate. Well, let's go over some of the reasons why people believe it's hard to get into real estate. So number one, people feel like it's a lot of steps. There's a lot of barriers of entry. You got to have your credit together, you got to have a good job, income, and then you've got to have the illustrious, the amount of money for a down payment that you have to come up with. So that means you have to have savings. Now, I know these things, a lot of people say, well, if I had these things, why would I invest in real estate? And that is kind of a skewed view. Obviously, you're investing in real estate because you want to grow your money. And these things are needed because we use leverage. Things like stock or investing in crypto. You're using your own money, guys. You're using your own money. So there is no need for anyone to look at lending you money or leveraging or anything like that. Remember, with real estate, you're putting down $20,000 and you're buying a $100,000 asset. You can't get that anywhere else. So when you are doing something like this, of course, there's going to be scrutiny on your credit. Of course, you're going to have income, and you have to bring in some money. Skin in the game is what banks are going to require to finance your deal. And I understand that these things can seem like, oh man, these are just so many barriers. And you know how long it's going to take me to get my credit together? Do you know how long it's going to take me to save money? And also, I don't even have a good job yet. I just got out of college. I understand all of those things. But let me say this here. Things that are difficult to do, guys, things that are difficult to do, or that seem difficult to do in the very beginning, are worth it in the end. And I'm not saying that investing in stock, investing in crypto, things like that aren't worthwhile, because I do think that they're worthwhile. But what I am saying though is that the reward that you will get by fixing your credit, by getting your income together, by getting a better job, and then also saving money and having money down for your down payment, it just doesn't help you when it comes to real estate. It helps you in your whole financial life, guys. It helps you all around. So this isn't something that I am just saying to do for real estate. This is something that you want to do for your financial life, right? To get your life together is financially wise. So it's just not important, like I said, just for real estate. But once you get these things together, the reward, you know, as they say, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, by getting these things together, I promise you guys, the passive income, the appreciation and equity that you will have at the end of the day, it will benefit you and boost your financial life. It will grow your money like you have always wanted to. So remember those things, guys. Okay, so number two, it's easier ways to make money. Well, of course there's easier ways to make money, guys. I get it. I mean, look, crypto, we just saw GameStop and we just saw Dogecoin. We saw all of these other avenues of making money, things, you know, skyrocketing, 17,000%. I mean, 3,000%, 1,000%. We just saw all of these things. If you would have invested in GameStop and you would have knew about it earlier, I mean, you would have been a millionaire. You would have been a millionaire with Doge. You would have been a millionaire with crypto. There's just so many easier ways to make money, right? I mean, you can do illegal things and make money easier. I mean, that's a joke, but it's true. You can do so many things that can be easier than real estate when it comes to making money, guys. The easier way isn't always the best way for you guys. You know, like I said, if you would have invested in crypto or Bitcoin, of course you would have had to know what was going to happen beforehand, or you have to really believe in whatever the model is for that investment. Crypto, Doge, all of those things. For me, Doge in itself it was just one of those things where I just really don't believe in it because it doesn't even have a purpose. Like, it actually has no purpose. It is literally just something that you invest in because you think it's gonna go up. And that just really doesn't fit in with my model. I'm a real estate guy. I love the plan. I love to research things and see where they're gonna go, look at history, look at all of these things so that I know that my investment is safe. And when it comes to real estate, thinking that, oh, wow, I can just take my $5,000 or my $20,000 and put it in some other investment that is easier than real estate, I want you to really look at what is the reason why you're doing that. Is it easier? Like actually easier, or is it easier based on your situation? What I mean by that is your credit's not together, your savings is not together, you don't have a great job. If those are the reasons, then it's not real estate. It's easier because you want to grow your money when your financial situation isn't together to begin with. So if that is the reason why you are deciding not to invest in real estate because it's easier, because you don't feel like fixing the things that you need to fix in your regular financial life, then that isn't on real estate. That's on you. That is on you guys. You have to look at the situation and wonder, why am I making this decision? Now, if you have everything together, your credit's together, your savings, and you have your income is really good, and you decide not to invest in real estate, then by all means, go for it. But if you're deciding not to get into real estate because you don't feel like getting your regular financial self together, then you may want to evaluate what you're doing. And then once you get your financial self together, come back to real estate. Okay, so number 3 is fear of debt, guys. Now, this is a real thing. Individuals, especially in, getting rid of debt, not having debt at all, paying off your house, all this other stuff, living debt-free lifestyle. Getting into debt is a fear of a lot of people, being $200,000 in debt, even if it's in real estate, it makes a lot of people nervous. Why does it make people nervous? Because they think, well, what if something bad happens to me? What if, for some odd reason, I lose my job, I drain my savings, and I don't have any money to pay off this debt? How am I going to pay this debt off? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just gonna put me in a bad situation. I understand that thinking, that mind frame. I really, truly do. But here's a couple of things that I want to point out, that if you're putting someone in a rental property, it's not only you who has to lose your job, the other person has to lose their job. And then on top of that, if you have other properties that are cash flowing, doing well, those individuals have to lose their job, and all of your money that you have combined just has to evaporate. There is so many steps that have to happen. I'm not saying that it's impossible, because of course, all of those things can happen, right? And it could just be a nightmare. But what are the chances of those things happening? What are the chances of you losing your job, your tenants losing the job, and no one can pay the mortgage? It seems rare, right? It seems like you could make something happen to cover the cost, right? And that's what I'm saying. You have to look at how many steps you have to go through to get to your bottom. But also, what if I told you that you have to prepare for those type of things, guys? You have to prepare for the worst case scenario. Let's just say your tenant lost their job and they stopped paying you rent. And so now you're forced to pay the mortgage. Well, I would hope that you were saving some of the funds from the cash flow, putting it aside just in case something would happen to the property. That's what I do with all of my properties. I make sure that the cash flow that I'm receiving, I put it aside in that account just to say, okay, if something happens, here is a fund that will go towards XYZ. That could be repairs. That could be, a situation where the tenant isn't paying. There could be a lot of things that you can use that fund for. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that it's all about preparation. Preparation, understanding that things can go wrong, but if things do go wrong, it has to go through A, B, and C before it gets to your bottom. And the chances of those happening are low, guys. Not impossible. Not impossible. Let's get that clear. but it is low, guys, low. And you want to, just like we're talking about individuals not wanting to get into real estate because there's barriers of entry, you need to create barriers between you and the bottom, you and that worst case scenario, guys. So I hope that this video has shown you that real estate really isn't that hard, guys. If you get yourself together financially, like I said, you get your credit together, you have your down payment, your income is good, you get your financial self together like you would normally. We're not talking about a get rich quick scheme. We're talking about getting yourself together, not just for real estate, but just for yourself, and then getting into real estate. What I'm trying to say is it's not really that hard, guys. It is all in your mind. It's all about how you want to tackle situations, guys. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna need you to watch this next video here to get you into real estate, to get you into your first rental property. I also talk about the housing market and what's going on with this crazy market. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.